Canadians are facing a new warning tonight to get their blood pressure under control. Hypertension is a major contributor to heart disease and stroke, and the number of cases is rising in this country fast. It's estimated nearly half of Canadian baby boomers either have high blood pressure or will develop it in the next few years. Ross Lord has more on the warning and what we can all do to protect our health.
The numbers are staggering.
Alarming news from a non-profit group of doctors called Hypertension Canada. 5 years ago, almost 6 million Canadians had high blood pressure, a number that's now over 7 million, an increase of 26% and rising. They're also spelling out complacency.
10 years ago, Canada was ahead of the curve in terms of its recognition of the importance of high blood pressure and doing something. We're now falling behind. We need to wake up.
Randy Paliff of Toronto admits he only woke up after discovering his blood pressure had spiked following a long-term struggle to control his diet.
Went to my eye doctor for my 2-year appointment, and she's looking in my eyes and she says, "You have high blood pressure." I said, "How do you know?" She says, "I can see it at the back of your eyes. You've got blood vessels and they show high blood pressure."
Despite medication, Paliff was then diagnosed with kidney disease and needed a pacemaker for ensuing heart trouble.
What people need to understand is high blood pressure and your heart and your kidneys, they're all related. And they have to be monitored as a whole and looked after.
He's typical because hardest hit are baby boomers. 23% have high blood pressure, with just as many at high risk of developing it. Almost half are in the danger zone. By province, British Columbia is lowest. At the top end is the other end of the country, Newfoundland. Hypertension Canada is calling for tougher government policies, including regulations that limit the amount of salt in food.
To make it easier for people to make the important lifestyle changes so that First Nations people in Northern Ontario can have a choice of fresh food that isn't 10 times the price of what it is in Toronto.
He says Canadians can also help themselves through measures like having their blood pressure tested at least once every 2 years. Ross Lord, Global News, Halifax.